Time for another episode of Shoot Your Shot. I am Michael Fisher. I've got Tyler Ward here as always.
Yep, we're here with our guest, Tyler Schaefer. He's going to help give us a little bit of insight of his sports knowledge as well.
What little I have.
Yeah.
He's going to cry about the Kings for
Yeah,
35
probably.
minutes.
If you like bad teams, you'll like this episode.
Well, speaking of the Kings, we're going to start. NBA trade deadline just passed. The Cleveland Cavaliers basically traded away their entire roster. Isaiah Thomas, Channing Frye to the Lakers. Eamon Shumpert to the Kings, Dwayne Wade to the Heat, Jay Crowder and some other guy to the Utah Jazz. In return, they get Larry Nance Jr., Jordan Clarkson, George Hill, Rodney Hood, and LeBron James is set for another run of the playoffs, I believe. I think it was a great move by the Cavaliers. I love it. I've already said on this show, I think the Cavaliers will go to the Eastern Conference Finals. Perfect reset, soft reset on the Cavaliers. LeBron gets fresh players because he clearly hated everyone on that team. And they couldn't trade Kevin Love because he was hurt, unfortunately. Yeah. But I think it was a great move by the Cavaliers.
Yeah, definitely very hectic. As you noted in your own Twitter, like a lot of trades.
It was like
very
playing 2K right
It
now.
all happened like within a 20-minute span, too.
It's almost surprising that at the point that they were at, they didn't get rid of Tristan Thompson and JR at the same time. I was it was impressive that they didn't get rid of everyone.
I thought Dan Gilbert was going to be traded, honestly.
Yeah, it seemed like even their coach could get traded at that point. Big moves. Definitely a big flip from what they were looking for or what they had in their original roster. I think, like we were a little talking about before the show, I think defensive wise that they're
much better.
They're making a lot of necessary improvements. I think they got a lot of youth, which could help their energy and effort. We'll see how the chemistry flows. Obviously,
well, they didn't have any chemistry before.
I think, do they? I mean, who's gonna even be at practice because they're all coming from different cities? Like, who knows?
Friday's game will be fun.
There was a little bit where I was wondering if they would be able to field a roster for their next game.
Because
one guy fouls out. What do you do?
They didn't have very many guys on, but I mean, overall, they made changes when they knew they had to make changes.
Yeah.
And it whenever that roster gels, whenever LeBron can bring them together, we'll see what their potential truly is. But they did what they had to do to have a shot.
To make LeBron happy. And then on the flip side, before we get to people who didn't make move, the Lakers, Isaiah Thomas is going to be a free agent.
So is
Channing Frye, also going to be a free agent, not as big a contract.
Got rid of Clarkson's deal.
Yeah, got rid of Clarkson's deal, got rid of Nance's deal, wasn't as big. They're going to have enough for 2 max players, they believe, come this offseason.
Yeah.
So is that LeBron's team now?
It's okay. Here, it's definitely Paul George's team. I don't know.
No, but I think all right, I'll let you go. I think Paul George stays though.
I think it's definitely Paul George's team. I think the Lakers are playing a chess match with Paul George because they think it's hilarious. They tampered with him, and then he when he said he was going, and then now he's not going, and then the Lakers oh, we're gonna focus on 2019 free agents then, and then Paul George's wait, I might actually still be interested in going, and so then they cleared the out of cap space. It's obvious that Paul George is on their map, and he's going to be going to LA. I don't think he cares about championships that much. I don't know him obviously, but I'm guessing that Paul George just wants to play in LA, and that's all he wants to do. LeBron, I think, is also most likely going to play in LA. I think that would be a fun pairing, and I think that, with what they did with that cap room and the young players that they have in place, they might be able to make a good enough roster to compete with the Rockets and the Warriors next year if LeBron and George join the roster. We'll see.
Do either of those guys want to deal with LeVar Ball, though?
I haven't heard anything about LeVar Ball recently.
He's in Lithuania.
When's the last? he became a coach of
the Lithuanian team. Yeah, and then all of a sudden, last I've heard.
And that was what 3-4 weeks ago.
3-4 weeks ago.
So
yeah, he's kind of got under the radar.
Lonzo's hurt.
Lonzo is hurt. I think he's waiting for Lonzo to come back.
But I don't think it's gonna matter that much. I think when you look at Magic Johnson is there. Luke Walton I think has potential as a great coach. We'll see. They have Ingram is starting to actually do well. Kyle Kuzma,
he's looked really good.
Very good. He's very good player.
Good.
They've got some youthful talent there, and I think, like I said, if Paul George goes there, LeBron's got his second guy that he can go to. He's always needed that second guy, just like most superstars have always needed a second guy. It's not a secret that even MJ had Pippen. You can always argue.
Did you just compare LeBron to him?
No. You can always argue a second guy's talent, but You always need a guy that you can rely on when you're not having your best night as a superstar. And I think that Paul George would be that guy for LeBron.
Schaefer, any thoughts on the trade deadline?
I just don't think that any of the trades matter for this year. It usually does. I mean, it's usually teams just kind of clearing up some cap room. They know they're not going to win, so they want to put themselves in a position to go into free agency.
Yeah.
But I don't really think anything really matters. I think the Cavs would have been the number 2 seed in the East.
I'm a believer.
Yeah.
With or without these trades. I think, LeBron's a monster in the postseason. Does this matter for the Cavs? I think long term it matters. Just getting a little more youthful, but
Yeah.
I honestly think the only trade that mattered this season was the Blake Griffin trade.
Yeah, I mean that was definitely a complete overhaul for the Clippers. I think we touched on that a little bit.
Yeah, we talked about that a little bit last week.
And like I said on the show before, the Cavs are not going to hit one of the 1 or 2 seeds. Like you said, this trade gives them the potential to. I'm going to own up to it right now. I'm not going back on my prediction. They're not going to get one of the top 2 seeds. But I think that their roster overhaul at least gives them a lot better shot than I was going to give them before this trade.
Speak about the Lakers, though. I do want to disagree with your point.
Yeah.
Because a different Thunder player is going to go to the Lakers. Carmelo Anthony.
No.
Carmelo Anthony is going to opt out. He's got an early termination option this year. It'll be Carmelo and LeBron in LA, the closest he'll ever get to the banana boat, because Dwayne Wade is just terrible. I'm sorry, Dwayne Wade. Dwayne Wade sucks. I'm sorry to anyone who's a Dwayne Wade fan, but he's terrible. So he'll get Carmelo, LeBron. The closest he'll get to his banana boat pairing. That's who he'll get. George is going to stay in Oklahoma.
No.
I think they're going to get to
absolutely not.
They're going to get to Western Conference Finals, and he will stay there.
No. First of all, Magic Johnson and LeBron would both be dumb to take Carmelo Anthony. Carmelo is not a max player.
I would not touch Carmelo Anthony with a 10-foot pole.
Yeah,
I wouldn't want him in
Carmelo
the
is
same city
not
as me.
LeBron likes his friendships. LeBron likes his veteran guys.
Yeah. But
I feel like he understands where his career is headed. I mean, with all the minutes he's played, he knows that he's not going to be getting. He's not like Tom Brady. He's not going to grow better with age. He's might be more versatile. He might be smarter, but he's not going to get better. And he knows that there's no way he thinks that Carmelo is going to be the guy over Paul. George is the guy is.
Yeah, but LeBron wants to be the guy, though.
A lot better.
Paul George wants to be the guy. I don't think Paul
George does not care about being the guy. Paul George wants to wear purple and gold, and that's all that Paul George wants to do.
No.
There's no way. Paul George wants to wear purple and gold. He wants to bleed Lakers.
No. I disagree. I also think LeBron should go to Houston, but we'll get to that later. Wrapping up the NBA trade deadline. We'll get to both of you guys. We'll start with you, Tyler. Schaefer, of course, not you. What team are you disappointed in that didn't make a move at the deadline?
I don't know. I think I'm happy that the Rockets, the Warriors, the Spurs, I'm happy that those teams, and the Celtics, I'm happy that those teams didn't make a trade. I think they're all in a good position. The Spurs are a little bit shaky. No one really knows what's going on there, but
it's hard.
They have Popovich.
Yeah.
They're always good somehow.
LaMarcus is playing very well this year.
Pretty good,
so
yeah.
He's made up for the fact that Leonard's been out.
I'm disappointed the Kings didn't make a
no
bigger
one
trade,
cares
but
about the Kings. No one cares about the Kings.
I
All right.
understand.
Real quick, Tyler.
As much as I've been a Raptors supporter over the Cavs, I am a little bit disappointed that their only move was getting Malachi Richardson from the Kings. While I believe Malachi's going to be pretty good, I think he has the chance to be a nice bench player for a team and help 6 or 7 man in the playoffs. He could be very valuable. I'm disappointed a little bit that they didn't make a move. Realistically, when you're thinking about the layout of the land, it's the Rockets, the Warriors, and the Rockets, Warriors, Celtics. Yeah.
Yep.
The Raptors are not included in those conversations for a reason. And I know that Lowry, is he on his last year?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah. So I'm not obviously this. I think this is their last run with the core that they have right now. I'm a little bit disappointed that they didn't make some kind of move to maybe push them over the top of the Celtics, because they're not as good as the Celtics. The Celtics had a little bit of a shaky run the last couple weeks with a little bit of injury stuff going on, and everyone's kind of limping towards that All-Star break. But realistically, disappointment-wise, the Raptors, I wish they had made a bigger move that could have could have put them over the Celtics because I think the Raptors have a nice core.
And then real quick, I think it was the Celtics. I think the Celtics need to get one more score. They've been slumping lately. But maybe we'll see. Maybe they didn't want to mess with the team chemistry. Up next, earlier this week, the big game happened. Eagles took down the Patriots. Tom Brady.
Fly, Eagles, fly.
Yeah. So, thoughts, takeaways.
First of all, if you have anything to say to me,
I thought the Patriots were going to win. I 100% admit it.
Rhymes with your kite, your light. I don't know. I want
Even
to
a
take
blind
credit.
squirrel finds a nut every once in a
I
while.
want to take credit when I predicted that the Eagles would beat the Patriots,
Yeah, you
which
did
I
say
did.
that. You did say that.
I said that there was a difference in the team's rosters that was going to be the ultimate deciding factor. Do you
Yep.
remember what it was?
Why don't you tell me? 'Cause
Battle of the trenches. I said it was the battle of the trenches.
One play.
The offensive line, defensive line.
One play.
The Eagles had more running yards through the game with a variety of running
The
backs.
Patriots don't run the ball.
Jay, Blunt, and Clement all looked pretty good. Their
Mhm.
offensive line gave Foles plenty of time. You know, Foles played spectacular.
Foles played out of his mind.
This is not just
This
because
is
of the offensive line.
This is
This is Nick Foles playing like big Nick.
Second.
As
Wow.
some places would say.
Wow.
We're gonna bleep that out, or?
We'll worry about that later. It's a trending hashtag,
Wow.
so I figured I'd throw it out there. Regardless, Nick Foles played amazing.
No,
but,
Nick Foles played great.
but as a team, this Eagles team played great.
No, this was a great team. They did not pull a foul.
Their defense wasn't amazing, but that's
It did what it needed to
when you're
do.
playing Tom
It did
Brady.
what it
you're
needed to
playing
do.
Tom Brady.
It was the Eagles' game plan was amazing.
Yeah, they held Gronk through the first half pretty
Yep.
well. They didn't let a ton of big plays happen.
I like the Malcolm Jenkins shadowing James White so he couldn't
Yeah.
go for 20 catches like he did
Yeah.
last year. That was a great idea.
And then obviously the big play, Brandon Graham with the strip
Yeah,
sack
the
of
strip
Brady
sack.
right at the
Yeah.
end.
Well, really, the big play was Bill Belichick benching Malcolm Butler for
Huge.
football reasons. I think the Patriots, I'm not going to give excuses, you were right, but I think the Patriots probably win if Malcolm Butler plays.
Would have
Alshon Jeffrey went off with a third string corner who no one knew his name covering him.
Yes. Alshon didn't do anything in the second half though. And they still
Because that's what they moved Gilmore on.
and they still piled up well though.
True.
I think Zach Ertz came up huge. Like I said, the running game was diverse.
Yeah.
They used Clement out of the backfield, which I don't like, regardless of if Butler's in the game or not.
No, but you
Clement
can't-
was the receiving running back. In the
Exactly.
game. He was, in all purposes, he was better than James White.
He was the best running back in the game, probably.
Yeah, and I mean, just just going from what we saw in this game, like the Eagles played as a great team.
Doug Peterson, shout out. Those are some of the best play calls I've ever seen.
Yeah, and that Philly special.
The Philly special.
Philly special.
The
that
fourth
was
down.
Great play. I love it. I love what the Eagles did.
They
I love
didn't
that
have a
right.
single-
Obviously.
Yeah.
And
They have a
it
single
is
bad play
refreshing
call.
to see a true team effort
Yeah.
Yeah.
beat the Patriots.
Thoughts?
Commercials weren't up to par, but
The commercials were pretty lame. I will admit.
We'll agree with that. Amazon Alexa commercial.
I like the
all
Tide.
those
I like
I
the
like
good
the Tide commercial was funny because you weren't expecting.
Time was funny.
Where it was
then,
like, this is
Bud Knight.
Bud Knight, classic, and then
Always a
we got
classic.
Eli, OBJ.
That was good.
Dancing
I don't know
commercial.
what those commercials were for, but they were good.
It was funny.
I will recommend next year if you don't like the commercials, Super Bowl commercial bingo.
Yeah.
Always
Great
a
addition to
show.
the Super Bowl
We
party.
played it. It actually made watching the commercials fun. 'cause
I
you're on
won.
the lookout.
Yeah, you were looking for people in certain,
certain
products,
brands.
and it
I
was-
thought it was great. So
Yeah.
shout out bingo on somebody's Pinterest. I have no idea who.
Yeah, just search Pinterest. It wasn't us that found it.
No,
obviously.
we're not that smart.
We only have one person who might have a Pinterest.
He does
Don't-
drink LaCroix.
Can confirm, do not have Pinterest.
Not yet, but
that shouts Pinterest.
That might
My
be
wife
Pinterest
doesn't even
material.
have Pinterest.
uh,
We are no Pinterest household.
not yet.
Not yet.
Regardless, great Super Bowl. I mean, what are you?
I mean, like I said, I think the Butler benching was huge. I'm very glad that the Saints didn't trade for him. That Brandon Cooks injury was huge when Cooks on a
Yes.
legal hit. No bad
Yeah.
intention. It was a legal hit. That was a huge play.
If Brandon Cooks, if he doesn't get hurt, do the Patriots win?
No, because they couldn't stop the Eagles. Brandon Cooks can't play defense.
Exactly. Like
Yeah.
even when Cooks isn't hurt, Tom Brady still threw for 500 yards.
Yeah.
He had 3 receivers over 100 yards.
Yeah,
Like,
I
it's
mean, the Patriots played out of their mind on offense. The
I
offense
think
is not
they
the
had
problem.
one Did they even have a drive that ended in a punt?
Yeah, they punted, I think
one time.
There's one punt.
One punt
yeah,
for them.
and they had the only punt. So that was big.
The missed field goal, obviously.
The missed field goal, the missed extra
The
point.
strip sack.
Yeah, all those are
different
issues.
things.
I think the play calling at the end was kind of weird when they had like that 9-yard out instead of 2 shots at the end zone. That was sort of strange.
Yeah.
I think the Patriots somehow lost the Super Bowl, which is rare to say with the Patriots.
But it's also, I mean, Eagles won it too.
No, the Eagles won, but for the first time, the Patriots blew a Super Bowl.
True.
The Falcons blew it. The Giants beat them.
Yeah.
And then the Patriots always seem to win.
They
and this
looked
year
like
they blew
had
it.
it in the fourth quarter. They looked like this was their time.
Yeah.
Fourth quarter Patriots, Tom Brady, like knocking it.
Everyone knew 38-34. Brady gets over, takes the ball. 38-33, I think.
Yeah, correct.
Brady gets the ball. Everyone's like, 41-38, Patriots win.
Yeah.
Which I had that in my square pool. I was rooting for that. I would have got $100.
I'm quoting Chris Collinsworth here. We've all seen this movie before.
Yeah. Speaking on the devil, Chris Collinsworth was terrible.
Take him. He should not be allowed to do Super Bowls with the Patriots. Worst broadcaster I've ever seen.
That was one of the worst.
That was the worst performance I've ever seen.
Yeah.
That was terrible. It was awful. It was.
I don't know about
biased. It was bad.
Every time. I don't think that's a catch, man. I don't think that's a catch. That would have been a catch with the Patriots.
He dived deep into some weird stuff, and he didn't dive deep into some good stuff. So it was very.
He should not be allowed.
A bad broadcast.
Yeah.
Al Michaels was okay. He was
fire
fine.
Chris Collinsworth.
But Chris Collinsworth was just not good. I mean, it was not good. Not big dick.
Whoa.
Like
2 times, 1 episode.
Love the hashtags. Sweet. Yeah, I mean, as far as Super Bowl goes, though, Eagles do they have the potential for a dynasty? I mean, they just won with
hard.
Nick
It's hard.
Foles.
It's hard, though.
Yeah, it's hard to have a modern day dynasty. Obviously, the Patriots are really the only true example
The defense scares me against a good team like Green Bay, New Orleans, Atlanta, which Atlanta should have beat them.
Yes.
They called a terrible fourth down goal. Those 3 teams scare me if I'm Philadelphia because my defense got shown up by a good quarterback.
True, but I mean, it's Tom Brady.
No, it is Tom Brady.
That was one of the better games Tom Brady's ever played.
Exactly. But that's what I'm saying. Aaron Rodgers, Drew Brees, Matt Ryan, probably the 3 guys right below Tom Brady in the NFC.
Yeah.
Those 3 guys I'm scared of from the Eagles.
I agree.
I agree.
Finally, we'll wrap up the episode with one NFL topic, a little bit of an audible here on the show prep. A catch. What should the NFL do with a catch?
Yeah.
Is it 2 hands? Is it just possession, 2 feet, you're good? Do we go back to the football move?
There's so many hypotheticals that we've seen happen.
Yeah, we saw 2 in the Super
for
Bowl.
the pylon, or like, just like making a football move to his end zone.
What is a football move?
No one really knows exactly. I think the biggest issue isn't necessarily the wording of the rule as much as it's the enforcing of the rule.
Yeah, no.
Right now, the reason that it's so much controversy is not the actual ruling.
Mm-hmm.
It's more that like when the offices are playing stuff, it just seems like it's inconsistent.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, this is one and this isn't. And
I think
this
we need something clear cut too. Like I need to be like, that's a catch. Not like, well, did he make a football move? Did the ball touch the ground? Or did he use the ground to support the ball? Or was it incidental? I think we should go back to, did he have possession of the ball? Did he get 2 feet in bounds? It's a catch.
Yeah, I agree. I think just simplify the rule. I mean, Goodell said that they're going to go into they're going to change this rule, make it very clear, very better.
I think that's better for the league too because that might make more scoring.
People want to see
love
catches.
Scoring.
Yeah, I mean,
who doesn't love scoring?
Some of those players though, it's like you can tell that they know that they caught the ball regardless of how people are ruling it. You know, they feel that Dez caught it.
Calvin caught it.
Yeah. Any team that played the Patriots caught it.
Allegedly, we don't know, but we'll have to see.
What did you think about the catch in the Super Bowl?
I thought the Ertz catch was good. I thought that was obvious.
Yeah, I don't even know that
He was a runner. He broke the play.
Yeah.
The Clement catch I thought was questionable.
I agree.
Because the ball moved, but I think under their definitions it's iffy.
Especially when they rule it a touchdown first. Like, it is hard to overturn. It is hard to.
Well, because that's the Patriots.
Yeah.
And then you screw it. We'll just change it going on. But
I think that's where you said simplifying the rule. You know, you catch the ball, you have possession 2 feet in, and it's a catch.
Yeah.
Yep.
Thank you guys for tuning in this week to our recap of the Super Bowl and the trade deadline.
Yep.
Glad to have you on, Tyler. It's been a pleasure.
Good to be here.
Yeah.
It's great. Next week we're going to get to college basketball, top 4 teams, a lot of upsets. I think we might have a little bit of a different ranking than the AP, but we'll see when the AP comes out on Tuesday.
Yeah.
So
hopefully, free agency in the MLB kind of sparks
I
up
hope.
a little bit, so we
Maybe
can
someone
talk
gets
about
signed.
something. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Regardless, shout out to Propel.
Yeah, thanks as always,
keeping
Propel.
us hydrated. Croy, don't like him. We'll see you guys next week.
Don't forget to shoot your shot.
Shoot your shot. Hey guys, we want you to shoot your shot, so
Let us know what you thought about today's video down below in the comments, and don't forget to drop a like and a subscribe.